Here we are, broadcasting live from the center of Tokyo. We've got our prison uniforms on. They give us these prison uniforms because we broke the law.
What was the law we broke?
The law we broke was, I believe it was some sort of indecency law.
Right.
We walked around. I wore flip-flops.
You did wear flip-flops. You were raw dog in Tokyo with the dogs.
Yeah, but it's only because I wore my Adidas with the Oh my God, look at that. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I
have a huge blister on the inside of my toe. Fuck me. God damn it. And on the other foot. Fuck. God sucking fucking motherfucking.
Whoa.
For the audio listener, I have on the inside of my baby toe, I've got a big fucking blister that I got from walking around in my stupid shoes that are too stupid restrictive for my sexy feet.
Neither you or Nate brought walking shoes.
Nate is my little brother. He didn't bring walking shoes. He brought high-top Vans, and he's suffering. But his feet aren't suffering. His legs are suffering.
Right. The conboys, they don't care about proper walking shoes.
We don't. You have very flat feet.
Yeah,
Holy
dude,
shit.
Okay, relax.
Wait, hold on.
No.
This is mine. I've got a nice, beautiful arch. I've never seen flat feet in person. Whoa. Wow. For the audio listener, again, I mean, this thing is flat as a table.
Yeah, but I prepared. I have inserts in my shoes that give me an arch.
Yeah?
I've got Birkenstocks inserts.
I've got Birkenstocks inserts.
I actually didn't know, and I went to the doctor because I was like, my feet hurt all the time.
My feet hurt.
It was horrible.
Doctor, I'm Emil. My feet hurt. The doctor's like, you don't need to tell me your name. It's on the chart. Anywho, yeah, that sucks.
Let me see your foot again.
Yeah, see? Normal. Some might even say good.
I guess I never realized. When he told me I had flat feet, I kind of was like, what do you mean? I have an arch. But now that I'm looking at it compared to yours.
Yeah, no, it's very flat. I'm sure that they come in all sorts of variants. Anyway,
Welcome back to Honky at the Beat Man.
Kramer, when I get done with you,
Are you ready for a Trillionaire mindset?
Fill me up, Arrow.
Bitcoin solves this.
Bitcoin 100,000.
Guys, there's a disclaimer for all the Steve sluts out there. You want to check the disclaimer in the description box. You hit that C. Man, I miss saying that. It's been a couple weeks.
We didn't say it last week.
Yeah, you didn't. You got me in trouble.
Why?
Cause Steve said, "Hey, fucker."
You weren't even on it.
Yeah, I know, but it's still. That's a good point. I don't know.
It wouldn't make any difference.
Steve, you got some questions to answer,
Steve,
dude.
I'm gonna be calling you, man.
No, Steve's cool. Steve gets it. I can't tell if I went to Australia and I had a great time, and I kind of want to save the Australia talk just to like vent about why it's so great. It just does so many things right. Because I came from Australia first. That's why Kyla filled in for me last week. Thank you to Kyla. But
better than here?
Better than Tokyo? Just different. Tokyo is way, 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 way more dense.
Right.
This place is so dense.
But I mean, I think
filled with Japanese people.
As soon as this happens pretty much every time I go to a new city, you just realize how poorly run Los Angeles is.
Yeah.
And you get here, just fucking hop on a train wherever you want to go. Get your Pasmo.
That's a Metro card.
We did have one full day of just being Americans who needed help. We could not figure out how to get on the train. I had no idea what an IC card was. But the people here are so friendly. They see you struggle and they come help.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
And one interesting thing is there are no public trash cans. And yet there's no trash.
We found one today. We took a video of it because it was so rare.
Yeah, you're just expected to carry around your trash with you, which is really perplexing. These Japanese people, man, they just carry around that trash.
I wish they could see what we're looking at.
Yeah, so we're in our hotel on the 14th floor, and behind us, or behind you,
Is all of Tokyo.
some of it. I
No,
think
all of
that's
it.
Mount Fuji out there, but I can't be sure. There's a big, well, you can't really see it, but
Yeah.
behind that building, there's a mountain, and it's shaped perfectly like a mountain, and I think that's Mount Fuji.
But yeah, we're having a great time. It's only just starting too. We're still in Tokyo. I think we leave tomorrow to go to.
We leave tomorrow for us, but that's going to be like 3 days ago for you.
Yeah, we're
because-
actually in the future.
Yeah, we're one day in the future.
Today
That's-
is
today.
tomorrow.
Today for us is tomorrow for you, but because I think Tokyo is like 16 hours ahead of Los Angeles at least. But yeah, just so you guys know, this one's going to be a little discombobulated, which is totally fine. I got sick. It wasn't. It's just a standard issue flu, cold kind of deal. In case you
I don't
can't
think
tell,
you had the flu.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the equivalent of traveler's diarrhea, but for the.
You got some kind
Face.
of Australian bug. Oh, I got to tell you. You know what's crazy?
What?
While you were gone, I got diarrhea.
What do you mean while I was gone?
While you were in Australia?
You got diarrhea back home?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what happened? You eat some bad beans?
No, you know what it was? You know how I always complain about how when vegetarian restaurants swap out veggies for fake meat?
Oh, I know you're always complaining about that.
A vegetarian restaurant I love, hadn't been to since before the pandemic. I went, everything was Impossible Meat. I was so pissed.
Oof.
So I got a breakfast burrito. It was fake eggs, fake sausage, fake everything. And then and it was in Beverly Grove.
Fuck, were you doing in Beverly Grove?
I was meeting a friend.
Uh-huh.
And then truly I was running an errand. I was going to go to Atwater Village. And so I have to pass my house on the way back. And I literally started sweating. I was like,
Oh, yeah. Diarrhea sweats, man. I'll get
I was
Oh.
panicking.
Buddy, I've been there. Oh,
And I was like, I need Ben. I need someone to walk me through this.
oh
This is
there's
not.
nothing I could have done.
This is
There's
not my
nothing I
life.
could have done.
And then I made it home. It's very scary. I can't believe that's a common occurrence for you.
It's not a common occurrence, but I can recall one time. I may have told you this, but for those of you out there, there was one time when I lived in New York. I was going out to meet some friends on like a Friday night, a Saturday night, and I'm walking past a brand new Shake Shack that had just opened near my house. And I thought, I'm on my way to going out. I got kind of an empty stomach. You know what? I'm going to stop, get a little Shake Shack. I'm going to get a little burger. Get me going here. And I got a burger, and then I came out and get on the train. I ate the burger at Shake Shack. Get on the train. I'm talking within 8 minutes, that thing was plowing through my intestinal tract. It was just like, no, we're not stopping anywhere. Get this thing. My body was like, get this thing out. And I was sweating. I was hot. Worst part is, I'm standing on the train. I look over in the corner, and there's a really cute girl who I had exchanged phone numbers with just like a month prior. And we kind of had like made tentative plans, but then we're like, yeah, we'll catch up soon. And so I could tell she was giving me the look like, oh, hey, it's you. And like, let's, but I looked at her just with like, oh, fuck, God, please do not come and talk to me because I'm just dead. Had to wait for us to go under the river, got out at First Avenue, just ran above ground and then back underground, got on the train going back in the opposite direction. Thank God I was only one stop. Got back out, ran to my place. Oh my God. And I just spent a good 20 minutes in the bathroom praising Jesus. Praising a God.
Your whole
that
body panics. I don't.
Oh yeah, your whole body is just, yeah. None of that
Wait,
energy in
You know what I
Tokyo,
just
though.
realized?
What?
Did you set a timer?
Yes, I did.
Oh, great.
I certainly did set a timer. It'd be nice if it showed on my fucking default screen here,
would.
but that's fine. So we are going to get into it a little bit. I know that all you the ones who like to nag us about, oh, it's not enough finance this episode, or it's too much finance. We're going to find the mix, okay? So don't worry. There's a lot of big shit in the news.
Also, and then we're going to do the bonus episode still.
Yeah.
If you want to, you guys might want to get into that one. Because here's the thing.
We got something for you.
Should I just tell them what we're
You
going to do?
should tell them.
We were trying to do a, because we're in bed. as you could see. And we were like, we're already in bed. What are we going to do? Get dressed for this? So we were going to do it in our underwear. But apparently YouTube said,
No.
don't do that.
Do that, you're going to get demonetized. You get demonetized, then we're not going to share the video anywhere on any of the algorithms. So we're going to do that. We're teasing that to you. So if you want to see us in our underwear doing the whole episode in our chonies, chony balonies, you're going to want to subscribe at teamgstudios.tv.
Yeah. But you guys are getting the dogs for absolute free.
Your pathetic little feet.
They're not
okay,
pathetic.
so I wanted...
Hold on.
I can't... What?
I want my water.
Okay. I can't decide if I want to go right into Twitter or Chevron CEO saying what he said or Meta crashing. And I do apologize that some of this news is old, but I mean, give me a break here.
We're halfway around
I'm on
the world.
vacation and
I've drank 2,000 Japanese whiskeys last night.
You've drank 2,000 Japanese whiskeys
2,000
last night.
2,000. What?
Also, it's Halloween here. I mean, obviously, it was Halloween because by the time you watch this, it's over. But they do it. They go fucking bananas here, folks. It's kind of insane. There's probably how many people do you think were out on the street last night? 1 million or on Saturday night? Probably 1 million people.
But I think, yeah, last night wasn't as bad. I think the night before was the worst. I was scared.
Saturday night, it was a little terrifying because there's truly nowhere to go except just walking with the crowd, and everybody's wearing their costumes. Way too many guys in Pikachu sleeper jumpsuits, which are disgusting.
And then we woke up the day after, and we saw that in Seoul, Korea, there was a similar kind of Halloween party, and there was a stampede or something.
Yeah,
150 people died.
Yeah. It was a crush of people. They were all trying to fit into a narrow alley.
But yeah, people were going absolutely nutty. We saw a couple people puking. One woman just had
she was just crouched down with.
It looked like she dumped out oatmeal in front.
That's cool, dude. No, that's cool to share with people. And yeah, maybe we'll just share all that. I'll talk political and I'll talk more about
You're
what
getting
else.
Political?
Well, what Australia does right, what Tokyo does right, or Japan does right, and how because I really want to get into that. I feel like that's an interesting topic, and it was one that really broke my heart when I was in Australia. And I just want to say real fast, just not behind the paywall here, but to all the people in Australia that I didn't get to meet, I wanted to do a little meetup. I'm really, really sorry. I really wanted to do that so fucking badly.
Wait, were a lot of people going to come?
Yeah. And a lot of people were saying, come to Melbourne, come to Melbourne. I'm like, sorry, I can't come to Melbourne. I'm in Sydney. But everybody in Australia, excuse me, is just so friendly and warm and kind. And I have a really soft spot for all those people. So a huge shout out to everybody in Australia who I didn't get to see, and I will next time because I definitely plan on coming back. And it's a magical place and probably one of the best that planet Earth has to offer. So there's that. So shall we just get into it because we've been at it for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah. You're gonna want to sign up tmgstudios.tv if you want to see that bonus episode.
Anyway, we saw Jim Cramer cry. Meta did such a bad quarter. They lost on like every single metric. Their revenues were down, cash flows were down, EPS was down. The only thing that was up was, I think, user growth was up, but that's no surprise. But their monetization of users was down,
but also
precipitously because they suck more and more at it. Also what? Wait,
users of the Meta platform or Facebook?
Of like Facebook, Instagram, across everything. They're steadily uptick. I think they hit 2 billion monthly active users.
But
or something.
If Meta users went up, it was like from 32 to 40.
Something like that, yeah. If you're out there and you use VR, let us know. Because we even thought about doing an episode in VR, but at this point, that's fucking stupid.
I will say, though, I sent you the one thing where, because we make fun of it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my first practical use where the guy was...
he had digital monitors.
He had multiple monitors, but he really only had one monitor, and he's working, and he's got all of his... that was very nice.
Yes.
But ultimately, also, like, my eyes would be screaming after an hour of work.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely, your head starts to hurt, the strap starts to hurt, it feels uncomfortable. For those of you who wear glasses like me, it invites all kinds of shitty issues, but
Speaking of glasses,
what?
I'm having a rough time. I was maybe more hungover than I've ever been yesterday, and so I was just trying to get my life together, and I was going to meet you guys for breakfast, so I was like, I just got to shower and wash off last night. And I put my glasses on the bed, my eyeglasses to see. I normally wear contacts. And then when I was putting my socks on, I sat on the bed. And then I got up to put my glasses on.
I'm sitting on my glasses.
Dude,
I'm sitting on my glasses.
fully broke the frame.
No, I can't see. I can't read my books.
The
No.
lenses popped out. I have no eyeglasses anymore, except for my sunglasses. So everywhere I go, if I don't want to wear my contacts, I have to wear sunglasses.
Got that in his contact lenses that I can't wear because I can't fucking put them in right.
Absolutely brutal.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, Harry's. You know, we got these schedules this time of year. They get pretty hectic, don't they, Emil?
It's so hard. I
You
got so
got
many errands I want to run, and I just
so
don't
many.
have enough time.
We don't find ourselves we don't find ourselves exactly getting things done on time. You know,
And time is our most precious resource.
some might say it is our most precious resource. At the end of the day, it's kind of our only resource. We find ourselves doing things just in time, don't we? Back to school, wedding season, holiday prep. We're all cutting it close this season as we go straight from one thing to another. And with their incredibly sharp razors and refills that arrive in the nick of time. Do you like that? Nice transition. Harry's is the official sponsor of Cutting It Close.
Now, look, what do I hate more than anything? An uncomfortable face, an itchy face.
Oh man, you've
right?
been, yes, you really do.
It's all I complain about.
Yeah,
And you know what doesn't give me an uncomfortable face, an uncomfortable itchy face?
I would guess Harry's.
A smooth shave with Harry's, Ben.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world. It leaves me smooth. And look, Harry's has all these extra things you can put on the cream. I don't even need it sometimes. With the Harry's, I'm just got the smoothest face. It's unbelievable, right? Harry's is a super high quality shave, and it's very cheap too.
Yeah.
I use it. Ben uses it.
Damn right.
How do you think I get this close of a shave?
Yeah, well,
It's convenient and easy to choose when to get refills, and the body wash keeps me smelling
you
great.
smell so good right now, pal. Right now, you can get Harry's starter set for just $3.
$3.
Unreal. Plus, you'll get a free travel-sized body wash. The set includes a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. A $16 value for just $3.
Unbelievable.
All you got to do is visit harrys.com/trill.
Now check this out. Harry's starter sets are $3, and the refill blades are as low as $2 each, and get delivered straight to my house. It's extremely convenient for me. I've stopped spending money on those overpriced razors that look fancy but just do not perform. And there's still a no-risk trial, so try them out, baby.
That's right. No matter how busy things get, you can always stay fresh with Harry's. Get your Harry's starter set today, and you'll also get a free travel-sized body wash. Just go to harrys.com/trill. That's harrys.com/trill. Well, anyway, I'm glad you interrupted for that, because or not interrupted, but you know, inserted that, because that is important that people know that you're now fucked without your glasses here.
Well, they should know if they see pictures of me on Instagram with glasses indoors. I'm not a sunglasses indoors guy.
No.
I just can't see.
He is, but it does make you look cool when you do that. But anyway, I guess Mark Zuckerkorn has personally been, this guy has been personally steering Meta like the Titanic into a damn iceberg. And there's a lot of speculation out there that he's fucked because he's just forcing he's forcing the metaverse on everyone at Facebook, and nobody seems to have the balls or the ovaries to...
I think a lot of people are begging him to stop.
Really? And
Yeah,
he's just saying,
and they're
no,
just
it's
like,
the
"No,
future. I
I'm gonna
think that
keep-
it's cool.
I'm going to keep lighting money on fire.
It's not going to happen, man. Mark, it ain't happening, dude. And that's not to say that I don't think that it's going to happen, period. I think that it'll happen. It's just going to be, like it's always been, a very highly specialized thing that's a niche form of entertainment, social gathering, and it will have utility, I think. in training for nurses and pilots and whatnot, I think that it serves a practical purpose there, but I don't think that it's going to be like, hey, pop into the metaverse and come over for Thanksgiving and let's, all that
See,
shit.
but that's the darkest thing to me. Like, if his bet is right, I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to live in that world. And I don't think other people do either. I think after, 2 years of weird COVID, I think people have learned like, oh, I really like a certain level of intimacy and being around family and friends that I can't quite get out of a Zoom.
Right.
Oh man, Zoom get-togethers.
Oh yeah, I didn't do any of this. I hated it.
I did a couple.
It's terrible. It's dog shit.
Right, you don't get what you're looking out of
Right.
it. Looking for out of it.
So to that end, when the stock market was just absolutely rocketing off of the COVID lows, and the big headline, for those of you who don't know, the big headline was that online retail sales have had 5 years of growth pulled forward. So what would have otherwise taken 5 years of steady growth of people slowly adopting to online retail sales, because just caveat, online retail sales are shockingly but a percentage of total retail sales. I know it seems like, I would guess, if I didn't know, I'd be like, oh yeah, the majority of people do the majority of their shopping online. Far from the truth. I think it's only like 20% of retail sales. I'm pulling that out of my ass, but it's close.
I thought that was real.
What?
I believed you.
I think it's something like 20% of retail sales is e-commerce.
That's actually very surprising.
So when people pulled up the chart, it was like you suddenly had this not exponential, but this like hockey stick curve from COVID because people were forced to buy online. And so the supposition, Shopify went up like 10x. Amazon like tripled, and then now Shopify has pretty much given all of it back. Because, as it turns out, yeah, it pulled all of that growth forward, but then it kind of gave it all back because people remembered, oh yeah, I like to go try on shoes.
Oh, I
like to go try on
I hate
underwear.
shopping online.
I hate shopping, period.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, you've been going dummy at all these.
I don't shop I'm shopping here because there's stuff I've never seen before. It's great.
Yeah. Look at these pajamas, these prison pajamas.
Also, they come up so short. I'm looking like fucking Andrew Schultz in this.
You
thing.
look like Geppetto.
I don't know what he looks like.
He looks like how you look. You look like you're about to build Pinocchio.
I look like I'm about to build myself a son.
All you need is your glasses that you fucking broke.
I know.
Too bad you don't
wear
have
my
them.
broken ass glasses.
Actually, you should.
I would. The shopping in Tokyo is very sick, especially if you like. I like very plain stuff. I don't like, I don't like loud things. I don't like logos on shit. And they have the coolest basics, just like minimal.
So what you're saying is that
I'm
the
losing my
Japanese
mind.
are basic.
No, I'm saying they've crushed the
USS Arizona.
the subtle fashion, very cool shops. I'm losing my mind.
We had a Japanese guy.
I'm going to one of the shopping districts again to check out some stuff.
That's cool, dude. We had a Japanese guy apologize to us for kamikazes.
Yeah, that was weird.
We were at dinner, and this guy.
Well, no, we were on a
we were on a tour,
a drinking tour.
a drinking tour, and we're at this one spot, and this big guy was.
You know what they were doing though?
What?
So you and Phil were on that side of the table, so you couldn't see it. He looked at me and he started flexing,
Yeah.
and so I flexed back. I went, and then he came over and sat with us, and his other friend came too. And
Yeah.
the big guy said he was a sumo wrestler.
Right, which he absolutely was.
Oh yeah, it was cool. He was punching the ground, and then he said he was like a
MMA or something.
yeah, some kind of boxing.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was like shadow boxing, and then I think they maybe were pretty drunk. We were having
Maybe?
fun. Yeah. Everyone was very drunk though. But they were just telling us any kind of connection they had to America, which was sweet. I think they were trying to connect to us. And he was saying he knew someone in, where was it?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. He knew someone in Cincinnati. So we're talking about Cincinnati. And then it got quiet for a bit. And our tour guide was like, he says he's sorry for the kamikazes. And we had to be like,
And then he said, "Kamikaze, sorry." We were like, "Oh,
We said,
that's okay,
"It's
dude.
okay."
It's okay." I was gonna apologize for Nagasaki and Hiroshima, but then
No.
I thought that might kill the vibe.
Also, none of us have anything to do with these
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I don't know
We could
anybody
just-
who died in kamikaze attacks.
We could just vibe out.
So if you're out there, buddy, nursing your 2-day hangover, God bless you. Anyway, all that's to say, Mark Zuckerberg is he's got a lot to answer for. His net worth has dropped down to a paltry $38 billion at last I checked.
How sick is that?
That's pretty insane. That his net worth went from a couple like 190 billion or something, 150 down to 40. Also, I do apologize for my sicky voice. I know it can be kind of annoying for some people.
Is it possible that it could go? His net worth could drop below $1 billion. He could go to Vlad status.
Wow.
$900
I mean,
million.
it is possible, but I think that would be indicative of there being much, much, much bigger issues. Because if Meta were to collapse, that would mean that Meta became like not a penny stock, but pretty damn close. That would mean that it dropped to like a $5 billion market.
Let's make it happen.
Some people are speculating. Excuse me. Some people are speculating that because I'm just going to call them Facebook. They're getting to the point where they are going to have to ramp up the they're going to enter this death cycle where they're going to have to ramp up monetization in such a way that it's going to further alienate users, causing more and more people to leave platforms like Instagram and Facebook, which will then in turn cause them to have to monetize even more, which will cause people to leave even more. But I also don't necessarily know that I believe that kind of thing is going to happen.
I think
it's just so ingrained in the culture. I cannot imagine someone coming and taking over. Closest would be TikTok, but
well, yeah. I'm just curious. Facebook is unusable. I don't even know. I mean, I used to use it for Marketplace, but even now when I try to use Marketplace, I think I've said this on the show before. They ruined it because it's now just like retail sellers. They'll ship stuff to you. And I want it like Craigslist. I want to go find something in Los Angeles and go pick it up. And Instagram, they're fully just chasing the TikTokification.
I will say this,
pushing
though,
video on you at all times.
Instagram does have better targeted ads, I think, when you compare it to Twitter, which is the next thing that we are going to cover here, obviously, because unless you've been squished under a rock like a bug, Elon Musk finally took the reins at Twitter
in the absolute dorkiest way. Did you see him
let that sink in? But what is what's
his brain?
What is he letting sink in? Let it sink in.
Let it sink in,
dude. I own it.
Let it sink in.
Let that sink in.
Let that sink
own
in.
It? God, what a fucking
he's so
he wants to be
internet
funny.
pilled,
yeah,
and like dork pilled on the internet that I can't believe. He did
Women
that.
have fucked him more than 8 times because he's got 8 kids.
Yeah, that too. But no, I can't believe he was like, I'm going to do the meme. I'm going to take over this. What did he pay? $44 billion.
$4 billion.
And I'm going to do the meme. I'm going to bring a sink. He went out, or no, he probably had like an assistant go buy a sink.
Oh, yeah, of course. But make sure that it's one that I can carry or hold.
Sinks are heavy.
Sinks are heavy. But so I don't know if you saw a couple things. There's rumors that they are going to charge a monthly fee for verification. The verification
$20
badge.
a month.
I saw another one that was $5 because it's basically Twitter Blue. But I mean, so I'm verified. I would let that badge fucking expire because I don't care, and it would also take away the one of the things that a lot of
You wouldn't pay for it?
nah, who cares? At that point, because I think it'll be open for anyone then if you want a verification.
Oh,
badge.
at that point, that's stupid. But
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's definitely helpful in the sense that, like, if we wanted to have someone on the show, I think if you DM them and it said, like, verified and then it said, like, Trillionaire pod in your bio.
That's true.
He would be,
Yeah, but then
someone could be like, well, I want to go on the show. The guy's not.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I think that it's a stupid cash grab. I think that there's a lot of speculation about what's going on internally now. I guess he like brought in a bunch of Tesla coders to take a look at the code and juice it in whatever way. But I'll say this. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the platform. It was also interesting to be far removed because, like, when you travel, your kind of you can follow along on Twitter, but it feels different.
Yeah.
And so everybody's freaking. I'm in the first class lounge in Singapore,
And he'll never let you forget.
I'll never let you forget. And I'm better than you, and I'm in there, and
Better than me.
and of course, and I'm following along on Twitter, and it just feels like, what does everybody give a shit? Who cares? Yeah, he bought it. It's not like suddenly there's going to be, I'm sure that there are people out there who are going to try to humble me and say you're privileged because you're not going to get a lot of hate. I get plenty of hate. Trust me. All right.
You welcome it though.
I do sometimes.
I mean,
but
I asked you when you got, because we got here like a day and a half before you, and I'm like, scrolling Twitter, waiting for Phil to get out of the shower and stuff, and I'm just seeing you and like Matt Taibbi fighting online, and I'm like, buddy, you're on vacation. What are you doing? You're like quote tweeting him like.
Well, because he was doing okay. So I got pissed off, and this is something. The problem, it speaks to what's going on, that the problem with Twitter is that it encourages the most base. It doesn't encourage nuanced discussion. It encourages dunking, and it encourages shit talking, and it encourages the most. If you can, the person who wins is the one who can come up with the most succinct dunk on the other person, the most disingenuous take. It's like schoolyard shit. And it's just like, I was sitting there in the lounge going, this is fucking so sad. Like, this is a bummer. And all it took was Matt Taibbi. He's a big journalist. Used to be really, really big with Rolling Stone. And
before that he did I think Hate Inc. He's put out
he's a big. Yeah. We should try to get him on the show because I would love to talk to him about this because he's gotten really angry at a lot of online progressive circles because they are just as guilty as of doing. That's the thing, is a lot of it's two sides of the same coin in a lot of these cases.
Right. There's no ideologically or moral consistency. It's just like, if this is good for my side, then I start screaming about it. Yeah.
Yes. And I am sympathetic to that, but what I find frustrating is the people who then choose to only focus on the left doing that. Like, sure, I get it. The left does that, and there are people on the left side who do that, but you're completely in ignoring those on the right. It feels like you're taking the side of those people, which is also stupid and reductive on my part. But so it was just an exercise in futility, and I was on my laptop in the lounge, just like drinking a Perrier. Just
relax.
Just fucking responding to these people because it's easier to just type.
Just fighting online in first class.
Just fighting online. But I was sitting across from this Frenchman, this older Frenchman, who was normally, I'm annoyed by people who take phone calls like in lounges and shit.
But he had a really nice French accent.
He had such a soothing voice.
Oh, beautiful. But meanwhile, he's saying.
Meanwhile, he's just talking about like his.
I'm so horny. I miss you.
I miss you, my wife. I love you so much. I cannot wait to.
My beautiful wife.
Lick you up and down. I'm here sitting across from a skinny American. He is likely on Twitter, where they spend all their time. But where was I going with this? Just that's the problem, and I doubt that Elon Musk has the leadership skills or wherewithal or desire to actually fix it, to make it a meaningful place for discourse.
No one can fix whatever that urge is. I was telling you, I was like, you're crazy, because all I do is post dumb shit on Twitter. Because I was like, I don't want to get involved in that. And I was telling you, I posted the dumbest thing about a TikTok video, and I've got people doing like think pieces in my comments of like, oh, you think you're so smart about commenting on TikTok. And I'm like, I truly thought it would get 75 likes. I don't know why so many people liked it. And then you just post the dumbest things. I saw recently a girl posted a like screenshot from someone's Hinge profile, and she made like a dumb little joke, and it just, everyone's in there about like the state of modern romance, and it's like, it's just a joke. Everyone relax.
Yeah, it's just jokes.
So
except when it's not.
You can't even do a joke.
Yeah.
Without everyone losing their minds. I don't know, like the idea of trying to make a good point about, politics, finance, anything on Twitter is just like, it seems like people willfully misinterpret your tweets, so they can
yes.
quote tweet it and like get more likes from it and clout.
You know what it is, and I hate to sound like a stuffy douchebag, but I'm gonna have to here. I was a philosophy major, and I don't remember anything that I learned except I remember
Schrodinger's cat.
No, I didn't even study that shit. That's like physics or some shit. But there was Nietzsche said something. I don't even remember what the fuck he said, but it's tantamount to people just want to feel and exert power wherever they can, whether they're working in the lowliest part of a retail job, whether it's a mall cop, whether it's a Karen. I hate calling them Karens, but that's the only way that people know what I'm talking about. Everyone just wants to exert some form of control because it makes them feel like they're not like they have power, but like they have some sort of control over.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, and also, especially as Americans, I would argue like we are at an all-time low for people feeling like they have any sort of power or control over their lives. So at least you can like get on a social media app and scream at people and maybe even make someone lose their job if you don't like what they say.
Yeah.
And that feels fucking good.
So that manifests itself on social media as nagging people and telling people they're wrong and saying things like, hope this helps. And, oh man, people love to say, hope this helps. Oh, fuck you. Shut up.
Yeah.
I've done it before, but shut up, you.
It was a weird feeling because
damn, hope this helps. It doesn't.
As I was boarding, the TikTok tweet was like getting a lot of people commenting on it. And I was like, man, I could wake up in 12 hours in Tokyo and just find out
I'm the main character.
I'm the most hated man on Twitter for a dumb joke. But it was all, and everyone was and no one takes the time to like click on your profile to see who you are. So they probably just saw the long hair and people started thinking I was a woman. And so everyone was going, oh, she's she's so stupid. And then
guys were defending you.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
And then Phil, I didn't realize, I saw, when I looked at it later, I saw Phil had replied and was like, yeah, everyone leave her alone.
That's funny.
So
one of the other things that Elon Musk said, as of today for us, also today for you, but actually, no, that's like 2 days ago for you, whatever it was. Elon Musk, I found this very interesting. And just so you know, like as critical as I am of him, I'm willing to give him a shot. I'm willing to see like, okay, what's he going to do with it? Let's see if he can turn it around and I'm going to cheer that on because I believe in Twitter as a utility. I believe in it as a social media platform. I think that it has something, and I think that it deserves saving if it can be saved. But he said, should I bring back Vine?
Oh, and your little ears perked up.
He put a poll with just a yes or a no. Obviously, the overwhelming majority voted yes. And so now there's speculation that he might be aiming to compete with TikTok, which would be fucking tremendous because I think that that's a good idea.
But it's tough for me because it's like I want this to be an abject failure. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, totally. I hear you, dude. I hear you.
It would be so fun if he just runs it into the ground.
Yeah,
and it
really
is kind of a good idea for him to bring back Vine and compete with TikTok.
Yeah, or maybe it's not. Who knows? But I do think that there is something to be said for the fact that previous ownership of Twitter was it was a board of directors who had no real financial stake in the company's success. They just didn't really care. They were more like caretakers. They didn't have any real vested interest financially or just from a social media perspective of seeing it succeed.
But why not? Why would they not have a financial interest?
Exactly. Well, because they just didn't. Either they weren't given enough shares initially or they just they didn't buy enough, but they were collecting their $250,000 a year, however much it was. That was one point that he had made that I agreed with, that this company is run by so many like middle managed it was just a bureaucracy, a corporate bureaucracy that made it impossible to. I think it just became too big for its britches.
He
Much
also,
like us in these Japanese prison uniforms.
I don't know if you said this already, but did you see he said he's putting together a council for content moderation.
Yes.
And we'll know very soon.
Yeah.
I hope that means he's going to have an answer for whether or not Donny Boy is coming back.
Oh yeah, man. See, there's so much.
I have to say it's a disappointment. I think day one you got to do your little let that sink in, and then you got to go, Trump is back.
Yeah.
Because if you're all about free speech, you got to let him back on. Him and Kanye are still in jail, I think.
Yeah. Just on that note of just these awful people. One thing that always happens whenever I kind of want to do a YouTube video about it. That's what I was kind of getting at when I was receiving all of these hate, not even hate, but just all these stupid assholes in my mentions from the Matt Taibbi thing. I thought, oh my God, there's too many just to respond. I can't possibly respond the way that I want to via the limitations of text. I really want to make a video where I can, because some of these people, their profile, like one profile was from an account called Triggered Media. And I don't know if that's their thing called like, oh, we're the media that triggers you. Like, we're the guys who say the edgy shit that triggers libs.
You know what my favorite thing is?
What?
Every time this happens, they screenshot your
so that's
Abby,
what I was getting at.
And it's
Every time.
so funny.
It's funny because they try to all come at me. There's such irony here that you wouldn't be able to point out in 280 characters, that they all come at me and try to make me out to be a sheep because they all say the same thing. I bet he's triple vaxxed. Yeah, I am.
Pussy.
Oh, you got me, pussy. This guy looks like a Biden voter. And then there's always this dude is a fucking beta. This guy's so beta. Oh man. And then I swear to God, I got like fucking 5 guys. My user photo is me eating an apple, a big fat Honeycrisp apple at a Dodger game. They always either just like take the photo and go, just look at this guy. That's all I gotta say.
Of course, he's the type of guy to eat an apple at a baseball stadium.
And they all say that I have low T. They all have the same.
Wait, you got to screenshot your fucking.
I know,
results.
and I got high testosterone.
You should reply.
But
with
I
it.
didn't want to, because then they would win. They would win if I'm going. Actually, I have really high testosterone, you guys.
If you're
just look, please.
If you're putting up your results from the doctor to prove that you have high T online, you're losing.
Yeah, which is really funny. I just hope that since they always dig through my shit to find something that they find to be beta and pussification of.
Is there anything more beta than eating an apple at a baseball stadium?
And I don't understand what, like, motherfucker, it's because I was in tip-top shape. I was like, I'm right back there again. But it was 2019, and I thought I was loving excuse me. I was eating Honeycrisp apples all the time because those shits are delicious. And I thought, you know what? I want a snack at the baseball game to hold me over before I eat a hot dog, which I did. And I brought the apple along. And I ate
you eating a hot dog, these guys won't be able to dunk on you.
I know. Oh, no, but then they'd be like, look at him eating that glizzy. He's sucking that thing down
right.
like he knows what he's doing.
Right, then you get the homophobic ones.
Yeah, then you get the fucking... I really... There's no winning with these people. But they all do the same thing. They all say the same shit. And it's just really funny. Because they get so mad. They all are so immediately mad. Anyway... It's just I hope that Elon brings back Vine for nothing. If for nothing else, then it would be interesting.
You know what's funny? I got tired. Like, I got tired of seeing the like shitty replies, so I put a reply to mine and I said, "Guys, like it was a joke. Relax." And there were people who replied to that one who were like, yeah, maybe this is what you get." And I was like, "Jesus, dude, relax."
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
People were like, no, this is what you get for trying to make a funny little fucking quip about TikTok.
Yeah, like when I went viral on Reddit and said, oh, this was all just a bit, and I just got like -6,000 downvotes. Fuck you! You fucking lied on the internet for points, you fucker! Oh, I see he works at BuzzFeed. Thank God I deleted my LinkedIn. Oh, shit. By the way, yeah, just... Man, so many fucking kids loved trying to... When I had LinkedIn, they just loved finding me on LinkedIn and adding me on LinkedIn and sending me messages.
I know. I saw people comment. They were like,
Jesus.
I was one of the people who requested Ben on LinkedIn.
Oh, my God. God bless you out there.
Maybe you got a couple people jobs. Oh, I didn't see you were related to Mr. Khan. My feet are kind of cold.
Your feet are cold?
But my up top is hot.
My up top is hot, you guys. Oh no! I'm scrolling through our text messages because there was this one.
Oh wait, dude, didn't you have a message for?
Who?
Kramer?
Well, yeah, but see, I wanted to save it because I was gonna do my wrestler guy bit because he cried, but I can't do it here. It's not as fun.
I know, but we can maybe have him play it and do it in post.
Do it in post.
We can play it on the thing somehow.
Well, sure, we can play him crying, but it's not as fun if I'm not there to respond right away as my.
All right,
guy.
we'll respond later.
Yeah, but shit, what was going? There was the thing about. Where is it? Where is it? Remember, didn't I send you the tweet about the Chevron CEO?
I don't know if you sent it to me, but I know what happened.
What? Why don't you tell us?
So, again, I don't usually we have notes in front of us, but Chevron had record profits.
Yes,
and
record profits.
He's absolutely. Oh, I think he surpassed Apple. I think they surpassed Apple.
They're back in
yeah, which was a huge event for them, and I've
got it.
So
here.
people were screaming at them to
It was Exxon. Sorry,
Exxon, and they responded by saying, the way we do return our profits to the people, in the form of
the CEO said, quote, there has been discussion in the U.S. about our industry returning some of our profits directly to the American people. That's exactly what we're doing in the form of our quarterly dividend. So he's basically saying, hey, America, you fucking pigs, you fucking little babies, you little bitches, you little sluts, we hate you so much. Not only you're paying the highest amounts ever at the pump, but we are actually making the most profit ever from that. And it's not due to high input costs necessarily. It's due to us just being able to charge that much because you're a bunch of little piggies who need to drive.
You're a little piggy at a trough.
Yeah.
And we're going to pour the slop out for you.
And if you want some of this money back, you little bitch, if you want some of the profits, buy our stock.
Right.
So that you can get your little dividend. And however much it is, a pathetic $1 or 50 cents dividend.
And Joe Biden said, "Listen here, Jack, you gotta lower prices." That's all we could get.
Oh man, that's and of course people. People are
riveting stuff.
Yeah,
people are.
People are.
You guys got to remember,
it's
people
just pathetic.
Are.
I wish we could send them mail.
They're constantly.
They are constant. You should be one to talk.
Oh, my brain is broken.
No, mine's not.
Pretty much every night you've said to me, Emil, you look so tired.
Oh yeah.
And I've had to say, yeah, I'm halfway around the world. I've been drinking every night, eating. I have never eaten like this in my life, and
that's true.
And
every time I look over at you, you're just going. You're looking at me already, just going.
But I've also probably had like 10 highballs.
Yeah, a highball is whiskey and sparkly water.
Yeah, they're really good. They're
really
really tasty. They're refreshing.
The Japanese do love them.
I love them.
The Japanese love to sleep on the train. Let me tell you.
I was sleeping on the train.
There was the world's smallest, youngest businessman sleeping on the train next to me the other day. Just hunched over. I'm hunched over right now, audio listener. Just fully like chin into his chest. And I thought, this poor little guy, he has no idea what time it is.
You were that guy yesterday.
Yeah, but I had you guys because I knew they're not going to leave me
I would've
when
left
we
you.
when we arrive at where we're going.
I would have said, "You got to do your own thing, man. I can't be."
They do this funny thing here where they play really, really upbeat, like on
Oh,
the
yeah,
train
yeah,
on
yeah.
the train platform before the train's about to go, and it's just funny because the juxtaposition between the energy of the music and like the imagery of like the cartoon characters with the absolute just emotionless timidity, is that the word?
Sure.
How timid the Japanese people are is very amusing. It's like who are the creatives behind this that cultural thing? It doesn't match. It doesn't
Yeah.
match up.
I do really like they have bars where they're these like very respectful. You're just in there to listen. And, we went to, I think it must have been the day you got here because we were out and we went to, you weren't with us yet. I think you were flying. And we went to this jazz bar. It was so cool, but no one spoke English. So the lady was trying to communicate with us with like sounds and stuff. And she came out because she was like, basically, before you come in, you have to know, she was trying to say no talking. So she was like, meow, 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 meow. And I was like,
made an X with her arms.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said, "Oh, we won't talk. We'll only listen." And she let us in, and it's amazing. Everyone just sits there. It's so cozy and quiet, and you're just listening to jazz.
Nice.
Rocks.
That's like the bar that we tried to go to, the JBR or whatever, JB's. They didn't let us
Oh
in.
yeah, that place, amazing vibe when I walked in, but they wouldn't let us in.
My favorite Japanese interaction so far, we went to this little beach town yesterday, and my dogs were just killing me so much that, and also the waves were like perfect little 1-footers with offshore winds, slight offshore winds, and I thought I gotta surf Tokyo, or I gotta surf Japan. It's like shitty, but they're good little waves. Maybe I can rent a wetsuit and a board. So I stopped off at this place. The guy working there was like 5'2", sandy gray hair, and hardly spoke any English. But the way that he said yes, he just made this guttural grunt. So I was like, "Do you rent wetsuits and boards?"
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
And
yeah.
I'm like, okay, okay. You have a large, and he walks me in the back, and he has me turn around. He puts it up against my back, and he said like, large, and I was like, okay, can I change here? Change, yes.
Did he put you in a room?
It was just like his back room.
Yeah, yeah.
And then while I was naked, he comes back there, and I was like, whoa, hey! I slightly covered myself up, and then he was like showing me something, just ignoring the fact that I'm standing there like with my hand over my balls. And he said something and then went, ugh. Left. And he gave me this 10-foot board that you really had to like pivot it off the tail, and it was fun. But then, yeah.
I'm surprised because I've gotten in trouble with in America, if I'm trying just the shirt on. I mean, maybe you're supposed to, but I'll just take my shirt off and put the shirt on.
Oh, yeah,
like,
you love to do that.
It's just quicker. I'm not gonna be like, can someone?
No, yeah, it's totally quicker. No, it's quicker.
Can someone take me to a dressing room?
Yeah.
And then
then you did it yesterday.
Well, no, I've done it. I've done it a couple times here because I'm like, I don't know where it is. I often like have trouble communicating, and we've been going to places that aren't super touristy, so there will be people who aren't speaking a ton of English, and I was like, I could just try the shirt on, see if it fits. But people have been like, no, don't do that,
because they don't know if you're going to take off the rest.
And then we were in Shimokitazawa, and not a lot of people speak English there, and they had this sick like Tour de France shirt from the 80s. So I was like, I just want to make sure it fits. I started to take my shirt off, and she was like, don't. I was like, oh, right. So then I was like, I guess I got to find the dressing room. And I went over, and I saw the curtain, and I peeled it back, and there was some woman in there. And I was like, no, I'm so sorry. Please, I don't know how to explain that. It was horrible.
When I flew first class on the way here, there was an Indian man flying with me in his seat. I don't know why I gave that detail, but he was in. I went to go open the bathroom, and he was in there changing, and he didn't lock the door, and he also didn't say anything when I opened it. So I like started to open it, and then he allowed me to open it more, and then he just kind of closed the door, and I saw his titties and I saw his belly, and then when he came out, he was like, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, what are you sorry for, sir?
You had to see
I'm the
that.
one who opened the door. I'm sorry that I saw your titties.
Yeah.
And your little pepperoni nipples.
Yeah.
Pepperonis.
But everyone's so nice. I love trying on clothes here because the women in the shops will be like, "You look so good."
Oh, yeah. Well, they want you to buy it, man.
No, I think they're being honest.
Yeah, but they
I
also
think they-
do want you to buy it.
No, I can tell.
The exchange rate, guys, that we got to shout out to Kuroda, the Bank of Japan's guy in charge. Man, they're that fucking
I mean, I don't
exchange
think
rate.
we should be celebrating that,
No,
that
no.
their currency is tanking, but it has been, I use my credit card and then I look at the charge that comes through and I go, "Gee, that was $4. I just balled out of control."
Speaking of central banks, we got the FOMC, I think, is this week. Shit. Actually, yeah, I think there's a meeting tomorrow for us, 2 days from now for you, but also 2 days ago by the time you guys watch this on your Friday, which will be our Saturday.
That
and
the thing, it's messing me up. I can never tell what day it is because,
Yeah.
especially we've had to talk to our producers and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so confused at all times.
it's Tuesday. Today is Tuesday for us, and Monday night for the people.
Right.
Which is really shitty because, I hope nothing happens this week that involves us having to bring you guys the news. But the Fed is...
They'll be able to get the news.
Yeah, they'll be able to, they'll be able to figure it out. They'll be able to figure that shit out. But the Fed is expected to raise by another 75 basis points, I believe. And I got to wonder if it's all factored in and added in by now because... you already had tech earnings come out. Amazon came out. Apple came out. Apple famously, if nobody saw, I believe they slightly missed, I want to say. And the stock opened down, but then rallied like $10, like 7% off the lows. That's a good sign. There's, you know what's a sign of capitulation?
Tell me.
A sign of a low, potentially? You had Crybaby Bill Ackman during the COVID low. He went on TV and he cried. And that was like... the low. That was.
Has he cried?
No, but
Bill Ackman watched?
no. What's his name? Kramer. Kramer cried.
Kramer cried.
Kramer cried on TV, and that could be a low. That's a big indicator that hey, that might be one that we look back on as what are you doing here?
I want to pull up one more thing. So should we? Should I be buying if we're almost at the low?
Well, I'm not gonna say that because
No,
I
say
can't.
it.
But
Say it.
I will say. So I'm excited about one trade that I have on. I'm a little nervous, but the chart is setting up just textbook beautiful. And if I were not on vacation, I'd probably be over managing this trade because that's what I tend to do. And over managing in this situation would be just selling all the call options that I have. But going on vacation is I don't over manage it. So like I haven't really been trading. By the way, Trader Treehouse is coming. It's very, very soon. By the time I get back, it should be like up and running. So all those young men out there, young men just want to trade. That's the worst Jordan
Yeah, you
Peterson
really
I've ever
lost
done.
it there. Young men.
Young men just want to trade. They just want to eat meat.
Yeah, it's mostly going to be you crying.
It's mostly going to be me crying about young men. But
We do worry about the young men.
yeah, there's a lot to worry about with these young men.
I will say pretty much,
You will say pretty much.
and that's
He
it.
does. That's it.
No,
What were you
but
going to say from your bookmark?
any of the because we talked about Meta, but tech stocks in general have just taken an absolute beating. And
Oh,
I was trying to find the exact stat. It was something like
30%, I think the NASDAQ is down from the highs.
yeah, but there was it was
Huge
like
crash?
something $1 trillion just like wiped out.
Oh, in
from-
wealth? Oh, yeah, in value.
Uh,
In value.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2 trillion or something like that.
And I wanted to have the exact number, but I couldn't find it.
And so I know that some of you would ask, because I get this question.
like even
sometimes.
Alphabet, it's not just fucking Meta. It's crazy.
Right. It's everything. It's across the board. But a lot of people ask, so, when they say the stock market has erased, say, $1 trillion in value, where does that money go? Well, it doesn't. It it's kind of it's like if you buy something and the value of it goes down, where does the money go? It's just, well, you parted ways. You bought it for $100, and tomorrow suddenly the highest anyone's willing to pay for it is $80. It's
Right,
just where did
but
that
it was-
$20 goes? It's just not there.
The money was never really there to begin with, right? It's just it's an indication of someone's willingness to pay for something.
Yeah.
How much they're willing to pay.
And you got to remember that the market is a forward discounting mechanism. It is trying to price out where things will be in 18 to 24 months. So at this point, you got to figure, all right, has the worst been factored in? Has it been factored in? I haven't been following exactly what's going on with Russia. I haven't been exactly following what's going on with the central banks. All right. But what I have been following is charts. All right.
I've been following the charts.
I've been following the charts. I've been logging in every day. I've been seeing what that S&P doing. I've been logging in every day, seeing what that QQQ is doing. I've been seeing what they doing.
Have you?
Well, yeah, of course, man. I got to check in on my shit.
Damn.
I still got to check.
I've been waking up holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Phil trading off on the bathroom.
Dude, some of these bidets are a little lower budget, and they don't find your butthole. Because I straddle the toilet a little different than the rest of you. I sit a little further forward on it.
Are you going to explain how you...
No, I'm not
Can
going
you
to
please?
explain
Can
how
you-
I do it.
Can you please?
You want to know how I sit on the toilet? Do you want to know how I sit on the toilet? Fine, I'll tell you. I rest my dick and balls on the front end of the toilet. Okay, there. Now everybody knows. Now everybody knows. Do I know why? No, it's just been that way for as long as I can remember. I think it's
don't-
because sitting fully on the toilet with my dick and balls hanging into the toilet bowl makes me nervous. It just makes me nervous. I don't know how the rest of you do it.
I don't know how you do that. Don't you pee sometimes when you shit?
I pee first. So this is okay. So now we're gonna get into it. Look at what you get. Now once
No,
again,
we don't have
no. We got time. We got 6 more minutes. This is the perfect place to wrap it up. This is what I do, Emil. If I have to pee, which I usually do, I pee first. I pee standing up like a human being.
But there's always more pee.
There is always more pee. I'm gonna get there. What?
It's time to be real.
Oh fuck. God damn it, dude. So here's what I do. You know, here, hold my mic so I can describe it to you. So here's the edge of the toilet bowl. This is where this is the front end. So first I put down a paper gasket, a toilet paper gasket, so that my butt and my legs don't actually touch. Can you just
Oh, sorry.
so that my legs don't touch, my skin isn't touching the actual you know what? I'm just going to hold on. What's wrong with me? So my dick and balls, I put down a gasket and I hold them up and I rest them on there. And like you asked, sometimes a little bit comes out. Well, I crumple up some toilet paper and I put it right there so that if anything happens, it just gets absorbed in the toilet paper. I learned that lesson the hard way because one time I peed onto the back of my own pants at work. I'm sitting there and I shot out. There was just a little bit of urine shot out and it got onto the back of my own pants. And I sent it to the Twitter group chat and they were like, how did you piss on the back of your pants? And then I had to explain to them how I sit on the toilet.
This is how these things always come out when you tell me. You tell me something like that. Like, I pissed on the back of my pants. And so you're always like 10 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, how could someone piss on the back of their pants?
Well,
and then you're like,
I tell you?
Because I took a shit. And then you're going, yeah, but wait, what? Were your pants in the toilet?
Yeah, no. So
no, my dick and balls were resting on the toilet seat as they do.
So anyway, because of my seating position,
I'm worried people are going to think something weird's going on here. I don't know how to...
Nah, don't worry about it, dude. Looks totally normal to me.
Okay.
But so the bidet wand doesn't come out that far. So I've got to kind of like... So a couple times it's happened to me where I press the thing and it comes and it just squirts up my back. It hits my ass crack and it's just getting me all wet. And then it's just making a mess. And I gotta and I gotta kind of like lean forward and push myself backward to get it actually up in there. And
Yeah, so I think maybe
it washes away along with my shame.
maybe the Japanese weren't accounting for a large American man to
Straddle the toilet stupidly.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they get me spot on.
Yeah.
The first time I did it, I hadn't done it in so long, and we were out to breakfast, and I was like, I gotta go use the bathroom, and then I was like, it's all number one, it's all in Japanese, so you're just like going off picture kind of, and you're like, I think that's what I want.
Well, because they've got the butt. It's a big butt with a water shooting
Right.
up in it.
And so it looks like different settings. And I'm like, I probably want that one. I hit it, and I fully, the guy next to me must have heard me, because as soon as it started, I just went, "Yo, dude!" And I knew if I got up, I was like, I'm gonna get all wet, and we're out for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, you got to just breathe through this and get your wits about you, so you can figure out how to shut this thing off.
Yeah.
Because it just goes until you find the button to turn it off. So I was just getting absolutely blasted, just being like, I feel like it might be that one.
See, now I've got the experience. I know the universal sign for stop is the little square. The bold square. Boom, stop, and it's done.
No, I didn't have a square. What I had to do was you have to hit the same button again. So I was hitting other things. Then finally I was able to turn it off.
Yeah. Well, folks, I think that, we've got 2 minutes left. Should we
what?
I don't know. Should we fill the time?
Oh, yeah. Wait, we can go longer than an hour now?
Well, I set the timer for an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh.
And that was after like 3 or 4 minutes of recording.
Right.
Yeah. And our producer did say, keep it about an hour.
Yeah,
or we're gonna fucking kill you.
We already torment production enough with our. I think they were worried that there was not going to be anyone to shut us up in Japan. We're just out here freewheeling, no producer. But so yeah, we have a couple minutes left. Look, guys, we're having an absolute blast. Japan is treating us so well. It's amazing here. The friendliest people I've ever been in contact with.
The funniest people?
Friendliest.
Oh,
it is funny though. We've been talking to people in Tokyo, and we told them, we're going to Osaka next, and they said we're going to love it because
people there are funny.
Yeah, they said people are funny. They said it's cool and people are funny. So I'm very excited to see what kind of jokesters we got.
Yeah, what kind of cool, funny people we're going to encounter.
And does that mean they think we're funny? If we were talking to them and they were like, you're going to like it because people are funny. Or maybe they're like, these guys are not funny. They'll see what funny is.
I wonder if that's where they filmed that funny Japanese show where they try
is
to
this
guess
you teasing them?
things are chocolate. Yeah, so for the audio listener, I did unbutton my prison uniform, and I've exposed my soft belly here. Look at this thing. My tiny, tiny little nippies. So if you want to see that, and we're gonna take off our bottoms too, because it's a little stuffy in here. But
also, if you know, because I'm sure the problem is that I'm eating like a tourist. If you know how to eat healthy in Japan,
don't tell them. Let them figure it out for themselves.
DM me. You know what? Maybe I'll put something on Instagram and say, hey, sometimes I feel like I'm like disassociating because I'm just like
dissociating. You mean?
What did I say?
Disassociating.
Nah, I don't think I did.
I think he did.
But I don't think I've eaten a vegetable.
Yeah, I don't think you have either. That's weird. And I've been watching.
You guys haven't eaten them.
Because fucking vegetables are for
I
losers.
know, but
they're for freaking blue check mark, apple eating at a baseball game libtards.
That's like my main staple.
Yeah. Well,
I would love a vegetable.
They use paper clips here, so that's probably your issue.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, that about does it for the travel episode. Follow us on social media because I think we're gonna post some bullet train shit. We're gonna really we're gonna be living it up. I cannot wait for that bullet train.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see what this GoPro is really all about.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be
Mom and Dad, if you're watching, hi Mom, hi Dad.
Yeah, and
from Tokyo.
To whoever out there who loves me, thank you.
To everyone out there who loves me, why?
Oh yeah, teamgstudios.tv because we're gonna get naked now.
Bye.
Bye.
This week on After Hours.
Guys, he's trying to get me to touch his dick.
Remember we thought we saw that guy jacking off? We thought ow.
Oh, yeah, we thought we saw a guy cranking his meat. He's now right up in the camera for the audio listener. He's tickling my feet.
Do you think this is fun for people looking at us in our little skivvies?
I don't know. I'm sure that people are
Weird
going
for them.
bananas.
It's weird for me.
Whoa, 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 buddy. Hey, whoa. I don't like the feeling of skin touching skin. Get off. No!
This is probably the most of my skin you've ever felt.
Ah! It's so soft. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Sign up on tmgstudios.tv to watch the full bonus episode.